Hi everyone. We had a successful debut with Shireen at the international meeting at Shaitin on Sunday, so we thought we would cover Wednesday's card at Happy Valley for all you punters out here. First race is off at 11:15 UK time with Hong Kong residents 7:15 with the 8-hour time difference. How's it going, Shireen?
Yes, I'm all good. I'm happy that we can meet again to tip more winner on Wednesday at Happy Valley. Good luck.
Yeah, we had a very successful weekend debut. Obviously, you and Chris really liked Normcore. It was 16-1, 18-1 in the UK. And I know that you said within the pools he's actually a bit short, around 11-1. So I think there could have been some shrewd, or it could have been your money within Hong Kong. Somebody definitely had a few quid on. How's it going, Chris Loader?
Yeah, all good. Looking forward to getting into the card at Happy Valley tomorrow. We've got some big outsiders, so fingers crossed we can get another big price winner.
Yeah, I've already had a look at your selections, Chris, and it's near enough a 1,000-1 treble. But we'll certainly get into those selections. Just going back to the Shaitin meeting at the weekend, what are your thoughts on Golden 60 and the Hong Kong Mile, Shireen?
Yes, I'm really happy to see Golden 60 can win the Hong Kong Mile by around 2 lengths. And then after his winning on Sunday, his rating now is on the top of all of the Hong Kong horses. He is the toply rated. So I'm very looking forward to see whether there is a chance for Golden 60 to go overseas, or he will compete with other overseas horses coming into Hong Kong. I'm really looking forward to this. And I also think that Golden 60, he is now still improving. And then I hope that he will reach another breakthrough later.
Yeah, I thought he was very, very impressive, even with the slow early sectionals. Obviously, our selection, Order of Australia, just couldn't get to the front. I think it was a bit disappointing, but the way that Golden 60 travelled and quickened away, I mean, that's a Group 1 animal. What are your thoughts on it, Chris Loader?
Yeah, well, in the UK anyway, there were some calls for maybe him to come and have a go at a European campaign. I saw one or two people, some shrewdies, saying come to Glorious Goodwood for the Nassau Stakes, which was actually won by Far Eastern Raider Deirdre back in 2019 with Oisin Murphy aboard. So, yeah, it'd be great if he did come over to Europe, and I think it could be quite interesting.
Tell me about Normcore, Chris Loader. How much did you have on?
Yeah, well, I actually backed a multiple bet. So I didn't back it singly, unfortunately. Did it with Mogul. So I had 2 good results. But yeah, it's just one of those ones where it looks a lot of sense from last year's race, the step up in trip. And it was good as well that she bounced back from her last run in Japan, where things didn't go to plan. She was ridden handy from the front that day. But it was Zach Purton as well that was booked for the ride. That was another eye catcher. Obviously, he won the International Jockeys Championship at Happy Valley last week, where we saw the likes of Holly Doyle, Tom Marquand, Ryan Moore come over. So Normcore was very impressive, and I think the 10 furlongs was the ideal trip.
Yeah, she was very, very impressive under Zach Purton. Shireen, you were on as well, Normcore. Unfortunately, it was a bit shorter out in Hong Kong. What do you make of the performance?
Yes, I really appreciate that because Zach is a top-class jockey. He rode the horse very well. So I'm really happy because I back in Normcore, I also tell my friends, my family to back on Normcore together, and then we win money together. Very happy about this.
Yeah, I'd assume you'd be very, very popular knocking in a 11-1 or 16-1 winner. Lots of activity there. And just to wrap things up from the weekend, we did have a full house winner in Mogul. I think he was a very easy winner in the Hong Kong Vase. What did you make of that performance, Shireen?
Yes, really good. I think that before the race on Sunday, I thought that maybe Mogul's future will be better than Highland Wheel, and then let's see whether Mogul will come to Hong Kong again in next year, just like Highland Wheel. But I hope that Mogul can defend the championship of the Hong Kong Vase. I'm looking forward to see him coming back again in Hong Kong later.
Yeah, I definitely think the long stretch at Shaitin definitely suited him, and Ryan Moore had him in the right spot, and I think the race was over 2 furlongs out. Would you agree with that, Chris Loader?
Yeah, I think it was very comfortable. Maybe not quite sure of what he beat, but he couldn't have done it more impressively. And it's good as well that he's going to be kept in training next year. Some people in Hong Kong might not know that quite a few of our 3-year-olds that did very well and won the classics have now been retired to stud. Galileo Chrome, St. Ledger winner, he's gone off to stud. A few others as well. And there's not too many from that 3-year-old crop that are going to be racing next year that look like they could be top class. And Aidan O'Brien said afterwards he's going to get better. He might need his first couple of runs of the season because he is from a family like Japan. I think he's also as well, he's related to Sir Isaac Newton. They just took a couple of runs to come to the fore. But I think next year he could be definitely a major player in races like the King George at Ascot, which I think will probably be one of his biggest targets for next season. So, yeah, really exciting horse for the flat next year in the UK.
I did think the favourite was a tad disappointing in the Vaz, but the Mogul couldn't have done it any more impressive. And we got a full house winner, the only one of the weekend. But anyway, moving on to Wednesday's card at Happy Valley, we're going to focus on the triple trio this week, races 4, 5 and 6, because we all love a challenge. Okay, we set the bar very high after that performance on our debut. So we're going to start things off. Race 4, the Graham Handicap over 6 furlongs for 3-year-old plus. We'll start with Shireen Wo. What do you like here?
In the first leg of the triple trio, it is the race 4. My pick will be number 7, Peak to Peak, because we can see that last time out was his debut, and then it was not easy to win on debuts, especially over the 5 furlong at Happy Valley. But Peak to Peak finished 5th, I think, which it was quite good. And then this 3-year-old sire by More Than Ready with the dam sire of Fastnet Rock. These are pedigree crossing. We have another horse that is the 4-year-old Lucky Moore. Lucky Moore also won on his second up. So Peak to Peak is going to have his second up tomorrow night. I think he has a better chance because last start was quite good, only beaten by 3 lengths, and then he returned after a month. During this preparation period, he had quite a good barrier trial on 4th of December, and then this time climbing up to 6 furlong isn't a problem for him. So I'm expected that Peak to Peak will have some improvement and then can win on tomorrow night. Looking forward to this.
Yeah, it's currently 9-1, best price available, but he has shortened in the betting. I'm not sure if that was Shireen Mo's money, but certainly every chance improve on that last run. Coming out stall 7, every chance. What do you like here, Chris Loader?
Yeah, I thought this was quite a tough race to kick off things, but the one that my eye was drawn to was Branding Power for Alexis Bedell and Francis Louis. Now, this horse finished 6th over the course and distance on his debut in Hong Kong. But if you actually go back and watch the race replay, he was probably, apart from the other horse that he's going to be reopposing, João Moreira's mount, A Smile Like Yours, I thought they were the two to take out the race because they both got the hang of things late on and they were running strongly at the end, especially as well Brandon Power, who had a nightmare of a trip and was really hitting that line hard. He's got a good draw tomorrow in stall 2, so that's always... from me, as an outsider looking into Happy Valley, I always like an inside draw. And I think that's definitely going to help him. He didn't have the best draw last time out. And Alexis Bedell as well has been riding not too bad out in Hong Kong. Frenchman now based in Hong Kong these days. I just thought Brandon Power would learn a lot from his debut at Happy Valley last time out. And I thought he could run well. I'm not sure what kind of price he is at the moment, but I thought he might actually reverse the form with A Smile Like Yours, who's actually João Moreira's booked. And what's interesting from that race last time out is João Moreira rode the winner. He's going to this horse, A Smile Like Yours, for John Size. But John Size horses haven't been in the best of form. But and there's also as well £2 swing at the weights with my selection, Branding Power. So I just thought Branding Power, he would come on a lot for that run. And for me, I thought he was really interesting.
Yeah, just looking at the betting, the one that you like, Branding Power, is currently 8-1, best price available within the UK at time of recording. And A Smile Like Yours for João Moreira, I mean, it's 5-4, which I think on the skinny side, especially drawn 8. I think that's one that you'd want to be taking on, even as an each-way proposition, certainly.
Yes, definitely. I think A Smile Like Yours, what you're saying there, 5-4, just because he's got Moreira aboard, that's why I know at least in the UK, whatever Moreira rides tends to be very prominent in the betting, even if he runs a stinker. You know, loads of people just back Moreira under the name. So I think that's interesting. You say that he's that short, and I think branding power shouldn't, the price shouldn't be that big between the two.
Yeah, there's currently 14 runners in the field, so you'll certainly get your free places. If you could get 4 places on an additional market with a UK bookmaker, I think the 8-1 for branded power and the 9-1 for peak to peak from Shireen, massive value against a very, very short price favourite. Anyways, moving on to race 5, the Lyndhurst handicap over 1 mile for 4-year-old plus. Shireen Mo, what are we on here?
In this race, I like Zach's horse. It is number 3, Faithful Trinity, because this horse joined the Chris Soul stable in this season. And then after that, the horse is quite consistent in his form, because his riding tactic is usually like to be leading in the race, and then he could lead till the end and finish quite well over this course and distance. I would say he is a course and distance expert, this horse. And recently, last start, he finished quite well. I think maybe in this time, his rating is still competitive, because we can see that before this horse is a class 3 winner seasons before, and now he is still rating in class 4. And then with Zach on board, it will boost my confidence on this horse. So I think from gate 8, this is not a problem, because the horse has quite good gate speed. So I think he can overcome the gate 8 and then lead. And hopefully he can lead till the end. So my bet in race 5 will be number 3, Faithful Trinity.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to mention Zach Purton, because obviously he did do a turn at the weekend. He's an excellent jockey, great value. And if there's anyone that can get to the front from stall 8 and slow the pace down and kick, it's certainly Zach Purton. It's quite well found in the market. Best price available in the UK right now is 9-2. And Fee Chevalier is the 7-2 favourite at the moment. What are your thoughts on this one, Chris Loader?
Yeah, again, I thought this was a particularly tricky race, for me at least, to work out. But the one I've gone for is Happy Warrior for Jerry Chow and Casper Founds. Now, this horse has got a few duck eggs next to his name. He hasn't really shown too much in his most recent starts. However, I think his run at Happy Valley last time on the 8th of November, when he finished 8th of 12, was actually a lot better than the bare form suggested. The winner that day was actually a Zach Purton ridden horse called Holy Heart, and Holy Heart went on to win in his next start. That was in a class 3 handicap, and for the grade, that was actually a decent race, and there were some nice horses coming in there with some good form, and the form from that race hasn't been too badly since. And this race tomorrow that Happy Warrior is dropping in as a class 4, so he's got the class drop here. If you go back through some of his form, his last win came off a mark of a Hong Kong rating of 57, so he's only £2 higher than when he last won. And with Jerry Chow as well, who, at least in the UK, in the last couple of months has been really eye-catching. You know, he's been riding some winners and looks very impressive. From what I've heard in Hong Kong, he's a bit of a... the reaction's quite mixed to him, but in my opinion anyway, he's very good value for a £7 claim. Yeah, I think with a good draw as well in stall 4, that's another positive for me. I just thought on what looked a messy race, and some of the horses in here that are coming in here with good form, I'm not sure whether they can keep improving. To me, it looks like they maybe have reached the maximum peak in their marks, whereas Happy Warrior, this is a class drop for him. He's got not a bad draw. The form wasn't too bad last time out at Happy Valley. We've not seen him for a little while. I just thought Jerry Chow was an interesting booking. First time he's been booked for this horse as well, and I thought he could go quite well. I'm not sure what kind of price he is, but I quite liked his chances to go well on paper, at least anyway.
He's currently 12-1 in the betting, Happy Warrior. I actually think he'll probably go shorter on the day. It's quite interesting as well. We have actually spoken about Jerry Chow off camera. He looks quite tidy and accomplished for a £7 claimer. If you didn't know he was a claimer, you wouldn't know if you're visually just watching the race. I do think there's a bit of value there in the 12-1. I think it's an excellent price. I certainly wouldn't put anyone off Chris Loader's selection, Happy Power at 12-1. And we're going to go on to race 6 to wrap up the triple trio for Wednesday's action at Happy Valley. Race 6, it's the Gauge handicap over a mile for 3-year-old plus. Shireen Mo, you have the floor.
Yes, I like Zach horse again. It is number 6, Angel of My Eyes, because he was a Sha Tin winner before. Usually in Hong Kong, the Sha Tin winners have a stronger form because the rival, the fields will be stronger at Sha Tin and then weaker at Happy Valley. But last time out, Angel of My Eyes came to Happy Valley for the first time, and he could showed a quite good turn of foot, and then finished second with a short margin. And we can see that the running position but of him is quite a bit different, because when he win the race at Sha Tin before, he was like to sit in the midfield. But last time out, we can see that the horse, although staying behind, he could still chase quite well. So I think he is having an improvement when he turned 4-year-old this season, and also he can also have some quite flexible running tactics. So again, this time gate 12, I don't think it is a problem, because Zach is a good jockey to find a better position since the gates opened. Although we know that over this distance, the 1650, right after the gates open, there is a corner. The horse has to turn right after the gates open. But Zach is quite good at handling this kind of position. So I'm very confident that Angel of My Eye can have some good performance in Class 3 under Zach. So my bet will be number 6, Angel of My Eyes.
Yeah, it was quite unfortunate last time out at Happy Valley, just going down a neck. But he obviously did show that he handles the course. He's quite well found in the market. This Zach Parton angle, he's 11-4, best price available, Angel of My Eyes. But by the sound of things, I think Shireen Mo thinks that Zach Parton's going to have a good day or a good evening on Wednesday in Hong Kong. Chris Loader, what do you like in this race?
Yeah, I'm following Jerry Chow again. I thought Delightful Louse for Tony Cruz could go quite well in this race tomorrow. Again, I've been looking at the old racing replays, and this horse absolutely flew home from the back last time out. He was right at the back, and arguably he ran past beaten horses. But if he'd been a little bit closer that day, he would have been at least fighting it out for the places. He's quite got an interesting profile as well. He was previously trained in Ireland by Michael Callaghan, who's quite a bit of a shrewd trainer. You might remember in the UK earlier this year, he had a nice winner at Glorious Goodwood with a horse called Steel Bull. And he's very good with his sprinters and does very well with what he gets every season over in Ireland. And it's an interesting recruit to the Hong Kong game. Actually won on his debut off a mark of 71 at Happy Valley. And then he's ran okay a few times since then. He's made the frame. But like I said, his last effort at Happy Valley, I thought was, again, better than the bare form suggested. He will probably need a strong pace to aim at, and he'll probably need the horses making the run in. They'll need to be getting tired in the closing stages. But we often see that at Hong Kong. It's the horses, especially in Happy Valley, that are flying very fast at the end. They're the ones you normally want to be on, because sometimes if you go a bit too early, you can just get tired, and they've sometimes might have gone too fast. But this Delightful Louse, I just think he's down to a mark of 74, which is only £3 higher than that win, and with the £7 as well being taken off the back of Jerry Chow, I think that might make all the difference. It does have a wide draw on stall 10, but over the longer trip, it's not quite as much of an issue as it would be, in my personal opinion, over the sprints. But that wouldn't bother me anyway, because we know he'll be doing his best work late on, and I think he is probably quite a big price. But yeah, I thought there was lots to take from that run last time at Happy Valley.
Yeah, I think some other punters saw it as well, Chris, because he's only 7-1 at best price available. At most places, 6-1. I did watch that replay as well when you sent the selections over. And one thing I liked about Jerry Chow there, he didn't panic even when he was slowly away, and he stuck to the rails all the way around and made up ground on the inside. Was running on very, very strongly. I do agree. I think this horse, Delightful Louse, really needs a strong pace. Needs it to collapse similar to something we'd see at Kempton in the UK when the complex of the race changes in the final furlong. Now that wraps up the triple trio from Shireen Mo and Lucky Loaders. I know that Shireen Mo fancies one in race 2 in the Graham Handicap over 6 furlongs. Shireen Mo, you have the floor.
Yes, the best bet of the night will be in race 2, number 7, Compassion Star. This horse will be ridden by Joe Moreira on Wednesday night. We can see that this horse is quite competitive at his current rating of 51, because he is quite strong in class 4. And then we can see that this horse is not an easy horse for riding. The previous 4 winners were ridden by Zach Porton and Sylvester de Souza. Only 2 jockeys can win this horse. But this time with Joe Morera on board for the second time, I'm confident on it because last time out over the 1650 meters, the distance was quite long for the horse. So although we can see that the horse can lead in the beginning, he couldn't finish keep till the end because it was too long, and then he has not enough stamina for that distance. So dying into 1200 meters on Wednesday, it is quite a better distance for him. And also from gate 1, with the statistic of Joe Morera from gate 1 at Happy Valley, he has many winners from the gate 1. So I think this is a very ideal gate for this horse, and hopefully we can see the horse return to the winner circle under Joe Morera. So my best bet for the night will be in race 2, number 7, Compassion Star. I'm very confident on it.
Yeah, I can tell. You seem very confident, Shireen. He's actually 4-1. There's a bit of 9-2 available in the UK right now. So after this call, if that interests you, you know what to do. Especially from stall 1 with Joe Morera on board. I think Compassion Star is a massive price. I could see that one going off 2-1, 9-4 on the day. What about you, Chris Loader? Out of your 3, have you got anything else on the Hong Kong card that you fancy?
No, I didn't really look elsewhere. I was mainly focusing on these 3 races. But if I had to just select one of them, I thought Brandon Power, for me, it just stunk of a horse that's going to improve next time out. He was learning all the time, getting used to the track at Happy Valley. And I just think with that experience under his bag, a good draw tomorrow, there's a lot to like about him. So Branding Power would be my strongest selection on the card at Happy Valley tomorrow night.
So race 4, Brandon Powell is best bet for Chris Loader, and Shirimo is all over Compassion Star in race 2 at currently 9-2 UK prices. Just to run through all the selections, obviously race 4, we've got Shirimo's keen on Peak to Peak, 9-1, Chris Loader, Brandon Power, 8-1. Race 5, Shirimo is on Faithful Trinity with Zach Parton on board, 9-2. Chris Loader is keen on Happy Warrior, 12-1, with the promising Jerry Shaw on board, claiming £7. And to wrap up the triple trio on Wednesday at Happy Valley, on race 6, Shirimo is on Angel of Eyes at 11-4, and Chris Loader likes Delightful Lows at 7-1. And what I've done as well for a bit of fun, if you think that our experts here are in, I know they're in form, but if you think that they can get all 3 up, Shirimo's treble, Peak to Peak, Faithful Trinity, and Angel of Eyes, putting a treble at pace 205-1.
Oh.
And Chris Loader's treble pays 935-1. Branding Power, Happy Warrior, and Delightful Lows. So technically, Christmas could come early if Shireen or Chris deliver at Happy Valley on Wednesday. Thanks for your time, Shireen and Chris. Make sure you subscribe to Shireen's YouTube channel and like this video. Also, if you're interested in having a bet this weekend in UK racing, Chris and I have our own podcast which covers all the best bets every week in UK racing. I'll put the link in to our podcast within this YouTube video, which is available on iTunes, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Gamble responsibly. Have a great week, everyone.